Hello everyone and welcome to Azure Wing Rising Gale by Sun Riviera Studios, published by Dev Group, who were gracious enough to offer me a key to this game, and I appreciate that. So let's get this started, shall we? It just came out on Steam not too long ago. It's like $10, so it's not very expensive. But let's get this going. System self-start initiated. Magical residue detected. Analyzing. This is the very start of the game, by the way. Hit start and this is where it's at. Non-hostile residue confirmed. Draining regenerative fluid. Removing safeties. Patient F23-10 status. Alive. Beginning awakening procedure. Opening hatch. Introducing oxygen. Temperature control status. Active. Patient status. Waking. Talk about waking up stiff. I feel so tense right now. Well, Phoenix, that tends to happen when you wake up from these chambers. It's not like it's your first time being in one of these. In fact, you tend to end up in these quite often. Yeah, Joan, I know. Although this time around, it feels worse. Maybe I was lying down in an awkward position. Oh well. Who knows? Ugh. Where the fuck am I? Rated M for mature. Language. I know, I'm sorry, but seriously, where the fuck am I? Shouldn't I been placed at Fort Lumos? This doesn't look like a fort I've ever seen. What's the map say, Joan? Accessing ATIS position detector. It says we are at Fort Lumos. The odd thing, though, is I can't update the map. I'm not getting any signal from the Skyweb. Or rather, it's not even registering a connection of any sort. A glitch or some sort of damage to the ATIS, I guess? Run a diagnostic and repair the problems. Way ahead of you. You really think you'd come to that conclusion faster than me? I'm only an AI that embodies the pinnacle of Solari technology. Surely you can outthink me. Yeah, enough of the sass, please. So, what's the issue? Nothing. There are no abnormalities. And here I thought that dead zones died off in the 22nd century. I mean, they did. I've never heard of connection issues before. Well, whatever. Let's walk around and see what we can find out. This place is definitely not the fort, and if my eyes aren't deceiving me, that's an elven village. Seems pretty civilian though, so I don't think they're participating or active in the war. So we don't have to worry about combatants or killing them, or rather being killed. It looks oddly unkempt though. You make a good point. Wait, my radar's picking up something. No mana signature. Well, actually, instead of the blue, I'm seeing red, so negative mana? Is negative mana even a thing? I mean, don't mana-based creatures die if that happens? Since, you know, it's their life force, essentially. Well, they should, but those red dots are definitely moving toward us. Well, I suppose we'll find out what they are soon enough. ATIS active. ATIS combat mode activated. Power levels are 89%. We should be fine for a good long while. Repulse shield active. Connecting to armory. Weapon code Cain and Abel. Inconclusive. Connection not found. What? I don't know. I can't get Cain and Abel. Well, you better be able to get my Abel. I'll skip it for now. We have backups anyways. I'll root the rest of the system. All green? Fine. I'll use these hard light blades then. Not as good as my custom twin swords, but you know, I'll figure that out later. How long until hostiles come into view? Calculating speed. Hostiles within view in 3, 2, 1. Cheese and rice. What the heck is that? Is that a demon? Analysis is pulling up elf. The others are within view. This can't be right. They're reading as human and Etherean signatures. There's something definitely wrong with your sensors, Joan. Those don't look like anything I've ever seen before. Forget what they look like for a second. They're coming. Oh god, what the hell was that? Ha! Ha! Hoo-ah! For as ugly as they aren't that tough. It's almost embarrassing that I was so on edge of... Hey, don't touch the armor. And... Gah! That was a force about half as strong as the dragon swipe. How is that... Wait. ATIS energy has dropped to 87%. How? That hurt. These things are easy to hit, but they hit hard. Damn it, what's the shield at? Repulse shield is at 13%. A shield that eats 3 hits of S tier magic is at 13% after 1 hit? What the hell are those things? It also seems like their touch drains its aetheryte energy. We lost 2% after that hit too. Great. So I just have to not let them touch me then? Should be simple enough. They aren't that fast. Up you go. Airborne target is on system lock. Yeah. Joan, configure super impact stomp. I'm taking those on the ground now. Configuration set. Ready? Eat this. Signatures are fading. Miasma detected. Wait. Behind you. Ada's strength enhancer is at its upper limit trying to hold that thing back. The impact absorbers are maxed. Estimated time until we are overwhelmed. 4 seconds. You need to disengage now. Ada's power is being drained. We're about to drop to 84%. Damn it. I'll use guns then. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Mana barriers? Those things have barriers like Ethereans? Oh, God. Target eliminated. You know, you didn't have to throw the short sword at it. But aren't you glad I did? I got frustrated. Whatever, it's dead. That's fine, that's all we need. It's disintegrating. Seems like it. Odd. I'll worry about that later. What's the status on the suit? Energy's at 84%. Shield is regenerated. Currently at 64%. The rest of the suit is cooling off. No issues though. Alright. We need to find some shelter out of the open. I don't know what those things are, but they're dangerous. And we need to warn HQ when we can. Really, we need to establish communications. And figure out why some of those things had human signatures too. What have we learned on those things, Joan? They have either Etherean or human signatures. I detected elf, human, vampire, and a few oak means. Although they all look the same, they're extremely strong enough to almost knock out an A-tier Ada shield in 1 hit. They drain aetheryte energy untouched and they can't be hurt by bullets because of the mana barrier. Conversely though, they seem weak to physical attacks, or rather just as cuttable as anything else. So they aren't particularly tough. Also the fast one was oak mean, by signature. So that means they have the traits of whatever their signature is, so good thing the rest weren't as fast. Agreed. Wait. I'm picking up more of the red dots on the radar, and they're moving fast. Very fast. They're chasing a blue dot moving even faster. What speeds are these? No Etherean should be able to travel this quickly. Looks like we don't have time to breathe, Phoenix. They're headed this way. I'm taking out the spears. If they try running toward or past me, I'll just skewer them. Just make sure you tell me which one the blue dot is, Etherean or not. We share a common enemy right now, so that could give us some useful information. I also need to find out how long I've been out for. If I'm the first to encounter this new type of enemy, then I can alert the front line. And if I'm not, that means the situation could be vastly different than what I know. Acknowledged. Preparing light Furon spears. Ready for deployment. Also, if they're attacking Etherean right now, it means they're hostile to both sides. I highly doubt they're sentient, though, due to their earlier behavior. Incoming. Very persistent. Annoyingly persistent. Upset. That's an Okamine. A special one at that. Silverback, right? S-rank target priority and threat. Okamine Commander Rustov and his 2 Vice Commanders, Saris and Farland, are Silverbacks. I thought they were the only ones. She might be a hidden one, since they're so valuable to Okamines, it would make sense to hide any that they don't need to be known. Either way, we should help her. She isn't wearing any military uniform after all, so she probably isn't associated with the marching Etherean forces. If anything, it's more likely she refuses to join the war, so she could be a good ally. Right. Or not. It seems like she has it covered. Hey, you there, Okamine. Huh? Enemy. Kill. Whoa, whoa there, I'm not your enemy, calm down. Not enemy? Reveal your face. What armor? Strange. Never seen before. Alright, I'll take off the helm. See? Normal. And what, you've never seen an Adis? Human? Rare. Odd. Adis? Never heard of. Human's weak. Recommend leaving and hiding. Can't fight darkened ones. Phelan is strong. Can fight. Weak us? Okay, yeah, I know you're silverback and all, but let's not forget that we've killed Okami and Silvers before. One-on-one, no less. You underestimate the Mage Knights. I'm going to assume your name is Phelan, then? Correct, human. I do not know what Mage Knight is. But I still think you need to find a place to hide. Your manner of speaking changed. When I get worked up, I lose some of my speaking skills. Think of it like becoming a bit more feral when my blood boils. Right, well, I'm not sure why you're looking down on a Mage Knight, but I can fight those things easily. I took a pack of them down over there. I was actually planning on using these here spears to take the ones chasing you down, but it seems unnecessary. Like I said, I don't know what a Mage Knight is. All I know is you're wearing strange armor I've only seen in ancient texts. What makes it stranger is you are human. I mean, only humans can use an Aegis, that's how they're built. But what's this about ancient texts? The Aegis is fairly new technology. Well, actually, no matter. Since you're here, I need some help. Ask away. Unlike most other Etherean races, Okamines and myself particularly don't have any ill will towards your kind. Well, that's good. She's not going to kill us, at least. First of all, where the fuck am I? None of my location trackers are working, so I have no bearings. Where's the nearest human city, and what are the standings in the war right now? A date would be nice, too. Hey, come on, we just met. I do not know where this is, either. I was captured by elves and I escaped. Running away, some of those darkened ones must have caught the scent of my mana and tried to hunt me down. Just my luck, they were Okamine darkened ones, too. Also, since I do not know where I am, I do not know if there are any humans or ruins nearby. And Okamines don't keep track of dates. As for that last one, as far as I know, the Elven Conglomerate is applying pressure on the Elven Alliance border towns, and it's basically a stalemate. Although I know Demon King Voltra is debating on aiding the Conglomerate. Okamines are neutral, obviously, and the Merfolk have stated specifically they will not be joining any side either. That's about it. Well, firstly, I'm looking for standing human cities. I don't wish to visit the ruins of places our armies failed to protect. Second, while I wasn't aware an inter-Etherean war broke out, it is useful information. I can relay this to HQ and we could possibly turn the tide of the human-Etherean war. Good timing, honestly. What do you mean, human-Etherean war? Exactly that is what I mean. The last human-Etherean war ended centuries ago in the Etherean victory. Damn it, we lost. And I do not believe there to be any standing human cities. Following the end of the war, all human constructs were razed to the ground, including their odd type of magic. Honestly, I've never seen a human before, aside from you, since your race is mostly extinct in the wild. All notable populations are enslaved to the elves and others who choose to take them. Okay, that isn't a funny joke. The war's still going on, and I know Ethereans are a confident bunch, but that's going too far. No joke. Tell me, how long have you slumbered? How do you know I was asleep? I can sense it on your person. There's a thick veil all over your body. Although I cannot sense for how long you've been dormant. A few weeks, max. Joan, try to get the things online. Now. I don't believe a single word from this Etherean. Check the frequencies. I am. I'm checking the mass broadcast channel. Wait, why is there a message from Salvatore Deneva on the Solari channel? Why are the Deneva on our channel? Or rather, how did they get on a frequency? That's highly classified. I don't know, but, well, I suppose we just listen. Preparing suit hologram projector. Playing. This is an emergency broadcast across all channels from El Soledad. As agreed upon by all standing Salvatores, all forces are to immediately head to El Soledad. The Tower of Truth did not work as intended, and we are in danger of being overrun. Ethereans have breached the outer fortification and... Hurry up the message, Deneva. We need to fall back. Tor is taking too much damage. As of 1 hour ago, Salvatore Solas has perished in honorable combat. Myself, Alonia, and Tor are the last ones standing, and we require urgent reinforcements. We cannot let El Soledad fail. Well, same thing. Kill them all. No prisoners. Eat this. Deneva, cut the mess. Ah! Annoying. Stay on the ground where your kind belong. Or even better, under the earth. Why is the blue one still standing? Get her! Now! Aqua 9 has fallen as well. We are taking pressure from the ocean front, and Tor has also recalled his units from the front line to reinforce the remaining major cities. We won't be able to hold like this, and we don't have time to do an organized rally. Move toward your locations. Group up with who you meet. We aren't fighting as the Solari, Denna, Ventus, or Jotun anymore. We're fighting as humanity. We must leave a mark and not go silently into the night. If we fall, we will fall leaving an eternal mark upon them. They will sing of our valor. We shall stand to the last man. Message cuts off there. I can't get a timestamp on it, as it was sent to infinitely loop through the frequency. But El Soledad? But what about the Mage Corps? The Sunriders, Soaring Wyverns, Jotun's Great Tortoise Brigade, the Salvatore shouldn't be in battle. Solus wouldn't die. That's a funny thing to broadcast. Am I on a prank show right now? I must be. No way my capital's falling. No. No way. Phoenix? Phoenix! Oh no, this isn't good. Human, are you doing alright? Your face is pale and your eyes. Human? Entering emergency treatment mode. Subject Phoenix status unstable. Heart rate increasing. Risk of heart attack is above allowed parameters. Body's entering shock. Blood pressure rising. Mental state unstable. Phoenix? Relax. Calm down. You're going to... No. No! He's gonna hurt himself at this rate. Inducing coma. Injecting emotional inhibitor. It's time like these, I'm glad I'm a machine. Feels good to just stretch and walk around for once. What are we at time-wise? 18 minutes. Oh, we're doing good on time. Oh, hang on. Let me check the settings so you can see it all. It's, it's your standard settings. You can make the dialogue go faster if you want, which is fine. Autoplay if you want autoplay. There's a log. All, everything that you kind of expect from a VN is here. So, whoops. So you can just do that. So that's cool. Right. Alright. Feels good to stretch and walk around for once. Hey, watch where you're swinging those arms. You almost hit me. Oh, did I miss? Here. Okay, now that looks like a human city. That is something humans would build. Ridiculous looking buildings. Ow. Stop that. Stop. Quit it. Quit hitting me, Sylvia. Like it hurts you anyways. It's still annoying. How would you like it if I did the same? Ow. You do know that I can make my skin as hard as dragon scales on a whim, don't you? Why even try to hit me? Although I appreciate that you went for my arm. Ow, ow, ow. Oh. Oh wow, healed. No shit, Sherlock. You have my blood infused in your body, even if it's like 5%. That means you can heal from a wound like that almost immediately, although losing an arm or leg might take a real long while, if it heals at all. It might just heal over the stump, who knows? I know my arm would grow back. I mean, that's good to know, but I really would rather not know how your arm would grow back. Still, it's good to see the results of the infusion. It's a shame only 5% though. I mean, if you think you can go past that, be my guest. Although I doubt they would let a successful subject like yourself try it. I was lucky enough you didn't go on a rampage as is. It was in the math. Still, I want to know why women can handle a higher percentage of etheroid blood infusion than men by such a large margin. It's like 3 to 5% for guys, but girls can handle 70 without going into a rampage? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm technically 100, or would it be 50? I don't know. Anyways, since I'm a natural born hybrid, there is a chance you might be able to handle a higher infusion percentage. But then again, most people who tried using my blood had it worse than those using normal Ethereum blood. Whatever, I have some of those properties and that's all that matters. In other news, El Soldad is nice during this time of day though, right? I suppose. Feels really weird relaxing when we just received a declaration of war from the United Elf Tribes. Maybe, but we sent diplomats to work all that out. I'm sure they'll take it back. I mean, why would they go to war? They don't have a good reason, plus our armies have a good chance of winning. It would literally take the combined forces of all Etherians to defeat the Solari Empire. And if that were to ever happen, I'm sure the Denim and Ibellum would come to help. I suppose, but still. By the way, where is that tiny angel you keep by your side? Didn't you say 3 shard? It's almost 4. I'll give her a break. Her tiny wings can only move so fast, I'm sure. Besides, it's not like we're in a rush. We have the whole day to ourselves. Sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry. Speak of the devil, or angel. Cilia, what took so long? Sorry, I had to deliver a few more things to the Capitol building. Ooh, Raphael has been working really hard lately. Is it like the real Raphael? It's because you're that important. #1 delivery angel. Phoenix, if you keep petting her like that, you're gonna ruin her hair. I don't mind. I like head pats. Now, you see Sylvia? God, such a prude. She likes them, unlike a certain someone I know. I'm not gonna name names, but you know who you are. I'm a highly trained lethal soldier and a grown woman. I know I'm not gonna like head pats. I mean, you're lost. I mean, it's relaxing and comforting, right, Celia? Mm-hmm. So nice. I mean, yes. Anyways, I'm surprised the council let you get the day off, being the only delivery angel and all. Will things get backed up? Lord Michael said he'd take care of it. In fact, it was him who approved my request for a short break. Raphael was against it, though. I'm pretty sure Gabriel didn't care either way. Anyways, he told me not to worry and have fun with my friends. And we have literally archangels on our team, and we can't win a war against some elf creatures. You can't just squeeze an angel like she's some sort of doll, Phoenix. Have some respect. It's okay. And you need to quit letting him do whatever he wants. It's fine, really. I'll just move to his back like I always do. That's fine too. My little angel pack. Watch me fly. You know, no matter how many times you try that, it isn't gonna work. Celia isn't strong enough to carry your weight. Maybe not yet, but one day I will be. And that's a promise. No matter how long it takes, I'll make sure to give Phoenix a taste of the world through an angel's eyes. If you say so. I'd be in a bit of a rush though, since, you know, humans live like 100 years tops. Maybe a little longer for him now though, since he has my blood and all. Either way, better train hard. I will. Yeah. What? What happened? Where the fuck am I? I'm not quite sure yet. You fell over after hearing the message from your people. I carried you over to this cave opening for shelter. It would weigh on my conscience heavily to leave you there to be prey for one of the darkened ones. You went into severe shock. My calculations predicted a very high chance of death, so I used the serum. Currently, your emotions are being inhibited to prevent the shock from reoccurring and give you time to cope and come to terms with the new information we've just received. Right. That message. If that's from El Soledad, and everyone was there, and Solus died, I mean, I can only imagine that you were telling the truth. Or at the very least, the capital city has fallen. Well, of course, I have no reason to lie. But now I have questions. That magic you used, it is written of in certain books I've seen, used by the ancient human empires. Are you really one of them? Yes? I am Mage Knight Phoenix of the Solari Empire, captain of the 132nd Mage Knight Battalion. That doesn't make sense. Your kind only lived to be around 100. The war ended centuries ago. How are you here? I don't know. I was wounded and placed into a recovery capsule. When I woke, I was here. Interesting. Well, if you really are from that time, I can only imagine what you're going through at the moment. I'll be fine. Some precautions were taken. Since soldiers can't be freaking out on the battlefield, there are measures to prevent that on my armor. I see. I must say though, you look very similar to the current humans. I'm shocked not much has changed, but I sense mana on your person. I thought humans were manaless creatures. Well, we are. You're sensing the ethereal power cells. They power my armor, among other things. Very interesting. Well, what are you going to do now? I'm not sure. I suppose survive and assess the situation, see what I can do or cannot do. How about you? You going to run off? Well, if you're an ancient human, you're strong enough to help me fight the Dark Ones, so it's more beneficial to travel with you. I don't know this place any better than you, after all. It will be interesting to learn what's changed as well. I suppose. What are Darkened Ones, by the way? I guess you wouldn't know if you say you don't know the conclusion of the war. Well, near the end of the war you're asking about, the humans unleashed a vicious attack on us. We do not know the details or specifics, but we do know the chaos inflicted on us by it. The tower which reached to the heavens began unleashing some sort of magic which killed and twisted any Ethereum nearby. Oh, that must be the Tower of Truth they mentioned earlier. Turning them into what we now call the Darkened Ones. Their mana is inversed, creating dark cowls which eat away at their bodies, their minds lost to insanity. A Darkened One searches for sources of mana and drains the victim, eventually turning them into Darkened Ones as well. They are unbelievably powerful, being 10 times stronger than whatever their base race is. Their touch alone drains unbelievable amounts of mana in mere seconds, although they are not able to cast magic. They are a plague, and as hard as we've tried, we have not been able to extinguish them. No Ethereum race has. Eventually we erected magical barriers to contain them within lost zones, but from time to time they managed to break through. I'm not surprised to be in a lost zone, as I was being transported to be sold, which is illegal, and as such it would make sense they would take less commercial routes. A threat to the world, huh? How many Darkened Ones are there, like, in estimation? About 35% of the Ethereum population was turned, and they only grow in number. When they break barriers, hundreds die by their hands. They are vicious when they sense mana and stop at nothing to find the source. Since they are vastly superior to standard Ethereum, those caught off guard stand no chance. As a silverback, you can take them down easily, and my Atis makes it easy as well. Somewhat, since a single head drained most of my shield. Correct, although in recent years emergency task forces have gotten much quicker in mobilizing, reducing casualties. More importantly though, the battle's left me hungry, so I will head out to secure food for the two of us. I will return as soon as I can. Wait a second here, take this. What is this? It's a communication device. It lets people talk when they aren't near each other. If you run into trouble, hover your hand over and you can speak into it. It also doubles as a tracking device, so I can rush over to help if necessary. It goes right here on your ear. Quite handy. Very well. Well, I doubt I will need it. I suppose it is good to have the extra security. Thank you, human. Oh, you know what? It's my pleasure. You can call me Phoenix. If we're going to be traveling together, it will be easier to know each other's names, right? Phelan? Correct. And very well, Phoenix. I shall return. So, what do you make of this? Well, I'm going to go with the fact we lost, and we're probably the last AI human pair. And this might very well be the last working Atis suit. Doubtful on the Atis, as long as its power can repair itself back to perfection. Although without a power cell it'll be difficult, but anyways, if everything we know is gone, then what do we do? She mentioned that her kind are nearly extinct in the wild, but that there are sizable amounts enslaved. If we can gather allies and start liberating groups of humans, we could re-establish an empire, or at least some sort of territory. Can you imagine the city of humans now, though? Hundreds of years enslaved? They'll need to be trained and taught from the ground up. And then we have to think about these Darkened Ones. Humans don't have mana, so we don't have to worry about it. They attacked me because of the Atis. Thinking about it logically, by using the Lost Zone, we could safely establish a village that can't be attacked easily due to the Darkened Ones. This enemy could very well be a useful tool. Fair point, and the village we saw earlier. If this is a Lost Zone, then it should be abandoned. Which means we could use that for now. then the problem would be just finding humans to liberate. Yup. You know what you're doing, right? This is an absurdly large task, reviving a race. Liberating, that's something. Are you sure? I mean, it's either that or just waste away. I mean, might as well do something. We have no home anymore, nowhere to go to. I mean, at least I have a purpose this way. I suppose. Very well then. We need to be sparing with the Aegis though. We don't know when we'll be able to find a power source to recharge. Once I get my bearings, I'll search for armories, if there are any left. Actually, if this is where the fort stood, it would make sense to find some stuff, but since it looks like this place was flattened, I doubt it. If we visit La Soledad, we might be able to find a lot though. There is stuff deep underground there, which I highly doubt the Therians found. But we should probably check out that village first. Let's wait until Phelan arrives. She seems quite reliable. Alright, not like I'm in a rush or anything. I've returned, Phoenix. I've caught a lot of food as well while I was hunting. I realize I don't know what you'd like. Please take some. Hunting has also made me hungry even more so, if you don't mind. I shall be eating immediately. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Ooh. Right. Oka means eat their food raw. Right, so I'm just gonna scoot over a bit so I'm not in the splash zone. Don't mind me while I cook this. Ah, so tasty. What are you doing? I'm cooking the food. Humans can't eat raw meat or anything raw for that matter. Oh, I see. I do remember hearing about that. I thought it was a myth. How odd. Well, don't let me disturb you. I shall continue consuming my meal. Right. I'm not sure if she looks more attractive or not while she tears in the animal carcass. Something primal and attractive. I mean, does it really matter? Well, not to an AI like myself, but it might to you. That's fair. So, Pheon, what is it that you do? No, not right now. Since I was captured and I don't know where I am, but before though, I just spent my time hunting, killing the Darkened Ones, among other things. This also means I have pretty relaxed lives at the moment since we don't try and involve ourselves in the politics of the world. Some of us become mercenaries and quite in-demand ones as well. Personally though, I'm just looking for answers to some questions. Right now though, I just want to know where I am. After that, who knows? That's pretty carefree. I can respect that. How about yourself, Phoenix? Well, since I think what you said is the truth, I'm gonna scout that village over there, take over it, find some humans, and try to restart a race that's not slaves. Oh, that's quite ambitious, although it shouldn't be too difficult to take over La Jada, since there are only very, very few Darkened Ones around here. I'm assuming we are near the center of a lost zone because of that, since the Darkened Ones mass around the barriers and walls, since that's where all the mana is. La Jada? I suppose the village didn't exist back then. La Jada was a pretty successful elven village. A go-to to stop for all travelers, which had quite a few unique fanciful things, like prostitutes. Ultimately though, one of the barriers and walls fell from a large Darkened attack. The city was overrun within a day, I hear. A day? Wow. Wait, how are you lost if you know the city? And how did you identify the city just by looking at it in passing? The emblem on the tattered flag, it was unique to the village. And honestly, I didn't notice it until you pointed it out just now. Which is plenty helpful, many thanks. Glad to be of assistance. So, are you gonna run off now? No, your ambition has me intrigued. I feel I learned quite a bit traveling with you as you try to achieve your goal. Plus, even if I know where I am, I don't have a plan really on where to go or what to do. I've just been following the wind. And it appears the wind has led me to you. Well, I could always use the help of a powerful ally. I just hope you don't kill me when I let my guard down. Oh, enough of that. This is not the times of war between our kind anymore. I'm sure it'll be hard for you to erase that mindset, but believe me, the only ones out to kill your kind are the ones who have the highest amount of your kind enslaved. The elves. Everyone else, well, in general, we don't really care. Besides, I don't benefit from killing you. I suppose, well, would you happen to know what the current time is? It's about half day. If you really want to, we can visit the village now. With the few darkened ones we've cleared, it should be pretty safe. Well, I'm not particularly tired, so I don't see why not. As long as you are okay with it. I can stay active. Sitting around too long makes me fidgety, so let's go. I'll lead the way. Not kidding. Phoenix armor, very powerful. Skilled warrior. Fearsome ancient humans. You say that, but I'm more impressed by you. In all my years, I've met very few Okami and Silverbacks as fearsome as a fight as you. Appreciate. Acknowledgement of high school warrior. Honor. I should be clear now, though. You can relax. Although I didn't expect to run into another 10 of those buggers. Neither I. Neither did I. Seems there might still be something valuable here since they only attracted to mana, like I said. Otherwise, they wouldn't hover around this village. Wait, I sense a disturbance. Here! This is an aetherite crystal. Oh, lucky, I can use it as a power source. I should just... Oh, wait a second, idiot. My sensor's picking up magic around that stone. Entrapment magic. Paralysis. Slow. There's a whole slew of things on and around that thing. It's like the Bad Breath Marlboro attack from Final Fantasy. What? Ambush! Elves. Annoying. Damn it. Capture them. We need more darkened ones. Do not let them escape. Yes, ma'am. Darkened. Idiot elf. Darkened appearance. Us? That was a pretty big explosion, but surprisingly weak. That was about a C-class spell. Interesting. We should take care of these elves, though. I don't know why they're here or trying to trap darkened ones, but we should also try not to kill them. They could know a few things. Right. Phelan! Don't kill them. I want them alive for information. Unreasonable. Not to kill. Difficult. Elf will kill. Dangerous. Just do your best. Yeah. Okay. These are no ordinary dark ones. Fall back. I shall be using my magic. Her magic. Joan, analyze the mana phone sequence. I want to know what it is before she does. On it. Ice type magic incoming. Sequence matches at least A rank magic. She's launching Niflam. Oh, look at that. She's pretty. Fine. Turn the Aegis into adaptive mode. I'm going to use something Braxis gave me. You don't plan on... Alright. Phelan, stay behind me. Understand. Adaptive mode on. O Eternal One and Preserver of Life, that which binds time and ceases mortality. Engulf that which stops mind progress and ends the flame of resistance. Niflheim. Bringer of death and starter of life. That which destroys, which can rebuild. Harbinger of the new and end. Lend me your strength. Blessing of the Fire King. Braxis' mantle. What? Draconic magic! You call forth the might of the late Dragon King, but an imitation will do you no good against the might of Niflheim. You may not be a darkened one, but if you live in these zones, you are no friend of ours. So I shall eliminate you. A bit extreme, but if you think your puny spell can overtake my mantle, be my guest and try. Joan, keep a close eye on when she launches it. I only have a short window to launch this after she uses hers. If I miss it, Phelan's all up toast. I know that already, Phoenix. The spell's currently idle. She's waiting. You plan on waiting me out? Very well. Freeze. Niflheim incoming. Burn everything. Ignatius Subasa. Wings of fire? Now! So much steam. A fog. How? Unless it's the actual blessing of Braxis. It's all toasty around here. You okay, Phelan? Mm-hmm. Dragon King. The Lord of Fire has been trapped for centuries. How do you have his blessing? Who knows? I recommend surrendering, though. I doubt a puny elf like you can fight against the full might of dragon magic. And this is only a fraction of the draconic power I wield. I'm pretty sure you all can use this all you can use is the mantle, though. Shut up, she doesn't know that. Who or what are you? You hide your face behind a mask and show us the powers of ancient dragons? Are you an elf? No. You must be a hybrid? No. There was only one. And she met the same fate as the other dragons. You just said something interesting, Elf. You couldn't be referring to a certain human dragon named Sylvia, would you? And what of it? Am I correct to think they were related to that abomination? If you are... Speak badly of Sylvia once again to my face, and regardless of what you know, I'll snap your weak elfin neck. Phoenix, let her go. Let her go. Now. Such speed. Can't breathe. What are you? Answer me first. And when you said same fate, what did you mean? And who are you? While I'm at it. I am Isla, High Elf Princess of the family Tertia. You would do well to remember that and treat me correctly, else face the wrath of one of the strongest elfish forces. Hardly useful to someone who's dead, don't you think? Well, what do you mean, dead? Do you mean to kill me? If you don't listen, and I'm sure you aren't big on the idea of being avenged, so answer the rest of my questions. Yes. I was referring to Sylvia, the Crimson Flame. She is often referenced in our history books as one of the greatest threats during the Great War. That individual caused our armies much trouble when we went to war against the humans, and her fate was the same as the rest of the dragons. Petrified in what we now call the Dragonlands. So she isn't dead. Petrification can be reversed with enough time. And if the dragons are petrified as well, that means we can have access to a powerful armor if we can reverse the spell. The spell used has been lost to us. It was used only for the dragons, and even then we didn't know how to undo it. So it is highly unlikely you'll be able to figure it out. But tell me, who or what are you? What kind of creature is capable of such feats and is connected to such an ancient figure? Why, none other than I. A human. That is impossible. You should... Wait. That armor. Where did you get that armor? How did you learn how to use it? The texts speak of your Aetus suits, a magic outfit capable of making your kind as powerful as any Etherean. You humans shouldn't be capable of knowing how to even use that. Oh, so you do know about her suits. Well, that's an elven princess for you. Informed and educated. Are. Do you believe yourself to be the same as the ancient humans? Do not make me laugh. My father tells me stories of those humans. Powerful, prideful, tenacious, and unyielding. He tells me that even upon their loss, they didn't waver for years. It took much work to turn them into the tools we use now. I do not believe myself to be anything. I am an ancient human. I am Phoenix Solari, captain of the 132nd Mage Knights Battalion, the killer of High Elf Commander Bodwin, the conqueror of 4 Zenith, and the one feared as Magic Slayer, Elf. Phoenix Solari? You? It can't be. The one honored by the late Salvatore Solis with the last name of Solari, who went missing during the war? I refuse to believe such obvious lies. While he wasn't a legendary warrior like the Crimson Flame, he was well known on the battlefield. I'm telling the truth. I have no reason to lie to you. I doubt it highly. Phoenix was known to spare Etherean lives to stop needless casualties. The fact that you threatened to kill me makes you very unlikely to be him. I spared those who surrendered, but not those who insult my closest comrades. I don't stand for those who insult Sylvia. Ever. Lies. But if you insist on this lie, you can prove you are him by revealing yourself to my father. He knows you well. I have no recollection of knowing any elf named Turja, or of any knowing nobility. Which brings up the question of what an elven noble is doing here. Is that a fact? Well, not knowing the name Turja gives you some validity. Turja was the name given to us by the Elvish King after the war. As for why I'm here, it is because I'm part of an expedition to clear this lost zone. My father found it would be good for me to get hands-on combat experience, see the world and meet other people. Although I never expected to find a human wearing Adis who calls himself Phoenix. Wait, did you say expedition? Joan? I can't. My radar only goes the length of this village. Fallon, we've been had. We need to leave before reinforcements arrive. Reinforcements? She said expedition. If these areas are as dangerous as you told me, there are going to be a lot of them. We need to go. Relax, human. If you agree to meet my father, I will hide you for the time being. I am not so uncivilized and unreasonable as to just turn you over to the main force. But I do find it amusing that your sudden confidence is gone. Whatever happened to killing me, and that whole army is useless for the dead thing? I mean, I could, if you really want to. I would prefer not. If you can block Niflheim, then you can more than likely rout me. Plus, with that speed you showed me, there's no chance of me escaping. I do appreciate that you did not kill my escorts, though. They could be useful for information. So what are you doing here alone with few escorts if the main force is killing them elsewhere? We are currently trying to find ways to revert Darkened Ones back to their previous forms. As such, my special mission is to catch them. We had about 20 in this area, but the signature disappeared earlier. Would that have been you? Maybe. Anyways, if your escorts are down, then that means you are vulnerable. I am capable of defending myself, thank you very much. Except against me. Shut up. Just shut up. In any matter, put this cloak on. Please deactivate your Atis. You as well, Oakmean. If you're traveling with this human, I assume you will want to go with him. No issue. Might need backup. Thanks, Phelan. I'll tell the rest of the party you are a few Elvis refugees I countered. That way we can go straight to my manor. Are you sure this is okay, Lady Isla? Oh yeah. This is potentially dangerous. It'll be fine. We will keep a close eye on him, and besides, I doubt he will try anything while traveling with the Force. Just get everyone up and prepare to move back to home base. Yes, ma'am. Alrighty, well, I think I'm going to call the quick look here. That was Azure Wing Rising Gale. You can buy it right now on Steam. Links in the description below. I'm actually kind of excited with this game. It seems pretty interesting, and the price is pretty good. $10, you know, pretty cheap. Seems like a good, fun game. And with that said, that'll be it for the quick look. Be prepared for another quick look on Thursday for a game I'm really excited to play, but you'll just have to wait and see. Or if you follow me on Twitter, you'll already know what it is. But that's okay. Have a good day, everybody, and take care.